This is a very special and quick upload to the Dugout. Prince here because we've been doing a lot of election coverage and thinking through the election. And obviously, Donald Trump won. So I wanted to upload these clips of me processing because it's an important time. It's an important time for us to think about why this is happening. It's an important time to draw our own conclusions, to have conversations, and to get serious about whether or not we want the American project to continue or whether or not we want our lives as liberated, politicized individuals to continue outside of the American project. And how do we go through the politicization of escaping this shit? And I don't mean just physically, I mean politically. So please rest, enjoy this episode. Please settle down, enjoy this episode. Study Project 2025, start looking into what your local communities need, and get to work. And as Beyonce would say, ring the alarm.
Biggest country in the world by far, and right now we're going to just work very hard to get all of that back.
I don't think there is a way out of this Americanized chaos without us having to confront the origins of violence that it came from.
Tell you, we have a new star. A star is born, Elon.
Like history's repeat. Make America great again. We're in Make America great again. America telling us, yeah, you didn't fucking try hard enough. Try me again. Try me again. Try me again. Let's see who wins next time. I don't even mean who wins in terms of an election. I just mean who wins in terms of your political spirit, your ability to resist, your righteous anger. I've just woken up. It's a frosty morning where I am, and Trump has just won. Trump has just won another U.S. presidency, and my immediate feelings. I feel upset. I keep thinking of all the things that happened last Trump presidency, and those images are flashing in my mind. I'm imagining all of those things being worse. I'm thinking about the immigration policies in Project 2025. I'm thinking about my mother. I'm thinking about other people in my family. I'm anticipating a lot of mass mobilization, and I think this presidency win means that a lot of this country wants to take it back. A lot of this country is worried about economics. A lot of this country is really worried about economics, really worried about immigration, really worried about the populism that Trump is spewing, the disinformation, and it's worked by large numbers. When you look at the polls, Black people mostly voted Democrat. 55% of white people voted Republican. 86% of Black people voted Democrat. 53% of Hispanic and Latinos voted Democrat. 56% of Asians voted Democrat. 54% of women voted Democrat. What does this mean? I think it means that we still need to fight for ourselves. We need to still fight for self-determination. I don't think we need to fight for this fucking country. I think if we're fighting for this country, it's going to be the same pendulum swing back and forth, where people are going to lose their rights, gain their rights, lose their rights. What this means is that this country, I can't even say wants to go backwards. It wants to return to a more evil origin. It wants to give money to the rich, deport as many people as possible, deregulate and profit, and use the people at the bottom to get whatever it can get. And I just talked to my mom, and it really makes me afraid for my family in terms of Project 2025. Like, I don't know, or I can't fully anticipate how far denaturalization will go, but I'm anticipating a lot. And I can't even say that I'm shocked. I'm more shocked at how plausible and possible this has been and how it is our reality. The fact that Trump has done so many fucking illegal things and he could still win, it just showed, like, and my mom was like, you can't fight fire with not fire. You got to fight fire with fire. A criminal has to take him down. I'm like, oh my God. Oh. And so I think all of those things just really terrify me. And I'm glad to be somewhere where I'm doing volunteer work every day and I can fix my energy somewhere. But I don't think there's a way out of this Americanized chaos without us having to confront the origins of violence that it came from, meaning it confronting us confronting it being codified into state. And what I really feel is that there are a number of lessons that I think we should be trying to take away or could take away from this moment. This whole scenario, I mean, one thing that I really fear is that all of the blame that people have been shooting towards each other in terms of what's happened so far and who's voting and who's not voting, that same blame is going to be pointed at each other as Trump also continued to sow this division. And I don't think we should be using our privilege to divide and conquer each other or blame each other. And we shouldn't be using our privilege to extend the lifespan of this country by participation. And participation can mean so many different things. I do believe we deserve to have favorable conditions to live under, but I also don't believe that that is the kind of government we have or have ever had, depending on who you are. And the belief that we have had that is somewhat of an illusion based on what side of the spectrum that you're on, or what your life experience is, or what you can contribute labor-wise to this country. And I think we need to be a lot more militant about what do we do to not extend the lifespan of this country, and why is that important, and articulating that. And I mean, I said this before and I'll say it again. History repeats itself. I was shocked when Trump won before. I'm not shocked now, but I think a lot of the conditions that made it possible for him to win before have only been weaponized, worsened. And that is scary to me. Like, history's repeat. Make America great again. We're in Make America great again. Such a bad joke. Can you hear that in the background? They're coming for me. Ring the alarm. I've been through this too long. I'll be damned if I see another Chicago round. And the way that history is repeating itself, I'm like, if slavery hasn't ended, we have to fucking end slavery. If the border hasn't ended, we have to fucking end the border. If capitalism hasn't ended, we have to end these things in order for them not to destroy us. If white supremacy hasn't ended, if settler colonization hasn't ended, and maybe that's what my mother means when you can't not fight fire with fire. Like, so history is repeating itself, and I think we really need to be very, very direct, intentional, and robust about what our intervention is in this cycle of repetition. And if it's pointing fingers at each other, if it's scattering and being afraid, if it's not being organized enough to protect and help people that this country will try to kick out or harm or blame or arrest, we failed. And I think Project 2025 is definitely an existential threat. But as I've said before in other videos, episodes, our lack of resistances, our inability to do more, to prove ourselves to be able to do more, and it just makes me angry. It makes me angry that we're sold this vision of change or possibility or illusion of choice. And I'm like, no matter what would have fucking happened, one candidate would have been better on certain intrinsic conditions. But this, I think, is just America telling us, yeah, you didn't fucking try hard enough. Try me again. Try me again. Try me again. Let's see who wins next time. I don't even mean who wins in terms of an election. I just mean who wins in terms of your political spirit, your ability to resist, your righteous anger. America says, you thought you could have voted this out, bitch? We'll see if you try to make that same mistake again. And that's how I honestly really, 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 really fucking feel. If history's going to repeat itself, we better do the shit that people in history did in order to free themselves from the tyranny of whatever this settler colonial project is. And I think the denial that many people have of what might be necessary to upend this is also what makes me angry. It's also what makes me cynical. It's also what makes me feel like there is work to be done. There is work to be done. And I guess what I'll end on is that I think it's going to be endlessly important to find imaginative and new and antagonistic ways to oppose these systems. We're coming out with an interview on this podcast soon with a UK comrade who talked about the anti-deportation actions and movements that have been happening in the UK, people blocking people's houses and stopping immigration or deportation agents from coming in and doing things. I think we need to be more militant around how we oppose the specific structures that plan to do this kind of violence. I think that means pro immigration folks teaming up with anti fascist folks and combining their forces, studying, understanding the intelligence of Border Patrol, the intelligence of ICE. And same with all of these other systems, whether it be taking away reproductive rights, whether it be book bannings in schools and censorship, like all of these are arenas where anti fascism is going to have to be taken seriously and not just by the leftists or the radicals or the progressives or whoever. Regular fucking people are going to have to become very comfortable with being anti fascist or being victims of it, of being having their lives shrunk by it. And that process, that movement, that possibility, the necessity of that is not lost upon me. And it's why I think I argue against both candidates. And I think the reality of a Trump presidency maybe might make it more visible to people. But I think the importance is to not see Trump as the evil. It's to see this country as the intrinsic evil, a country where it was founded on settler colonization, displacement, stripping away lands, boarding schools, scrubbing away cultures, the transatlantic slave trade, breeding farms, putting people in cargo ships, crossing the transatlantic, selling people, selling their children, whipping them, sexually assaulting them, turning that into slave codes, turning that into segregation, turning that into integration and the civil rights movement and the war on drugs and our modern policing. History is repeating itself and we need to intervene. We need to intervene. And I say this as someone who is both against the system and I didn't vote. And I don't blame myself by any means for what is happening because I'm like, this is the fucking country's fault. And the other reality is I'm really scared for so many of the people in my life. I'm even scared for myself, Loki. I'm scared for my mom. Like, if this shit goes off, I know I'm prepared to be on the right side of history. And I hope you are too.